Pretty busy day out there today. It was hot. We had thunder showers, lightning. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett right now with the first alert forecast. Find out what the rest of the week looks like.
Much better and much calmer. I can say that very easily. The one thing you may have noticed today, over the weekend, it was hot, but it was relatively dry. Today, we introduced some humidity as we had that moisture surge up from the south, and it was kind of uncomfortable out there. It was also the catalyst for some storms. We'll talk about that in a moment, but didn't stop us from getting hot. 88 degrees, the official high today at SeaTac, clearly 22 degrees above average. Even in the overnights, it was 63. A lot of folks with some bleary eyes today because they had trouble sleeping. We're going to fix that. 85 was the old record. Clearly, we broke that by 3 degrees. And no rain in the gauges, but still tracking some potential out there. And that sunset at 8:39 tonight was interesting. So take a look at this. SeaTac wasn't the only place that broke records today. Olympia 92, shattering the old record. Bellingham at 86, beating the old record by 6 degrees. And take a look at that. Even Quileute got to 86, beating their old record for today's date by 1 degree. Temperatures are cooling, but you notice that there is a bit of a variation, especially as you look east of I-5 here. You're seeing 70, 70, 70, 71 still in Bellingham. Meanwhile, off towards the west there, seeing some 50s. Well, what we're seeing is some of that warm air continuing to pool along the eastern side of the I-5 corridor, and so it's still allowing some rain and some storms to move through. In fact, we're continuing to track active storms moving towards Chehalis right now. In fact, as we zoom in one level further, you can see that's pretty much just close to Tenino, moving towards Fords Prairie right now, and then again down towards Chehalis. Wouldn't rule out the potential for a pretty strong rainstorm there that'll move through fairly quickly, but there is still some hail potential and some gusty wind potential. Meanwhile, take a look at this. We're tracking one cell moving right over the Seattle Metro right now. Looks like it's got some lightning embedded in it. We just got some amazing video a minute ago. It looks like we've got some more on the way here. The atmosphere is still cooling, so there's still some instability out there, even as we take a look down towards the south, seeing some lightning strikes there. In fact, we'll move it in one step closer. It looks like that's just about to move over top of West Seattle and off towards Vashon within about the next half hour or so. Taking a quick look up towards the north, they're still seeing plenty of active weather and lightning over top of the Cascades there in Snohomish and up towards Skagit counties there as well. Things fairly quiet up towards Whatcom. Now, looks like the flood watch is now been allowed to expire. Fantastic news there, so we don't have to tell you any more about that, but there is still some rain potential overnight tonight. There's still moisture surging up tomorrow. It looks like we'll have some warm temperatures, but not as warm as it was today, so we're not expecting it to be as tumultuous as it was, but it looks like there is some storm potential over the mountains. High pressure will rebuild, and you know what that means? Temperatures are going to take a dip tomorrow. In fact, could be fairly pleasant out there. 81, we'll warm that up to 85 by the time we get to Thursday, and then it's all downhill from there. 60s resume again on Sunday.